Hi, I'm Alayne. I work for the warehouse teaching yoga. I'm going to show you 3 routines today. The first routine I'm going to show you is a warm-up routine. We're going to start on one side, the right side, and then the left side. So I'll start. You're going to stand on the mat with your hands at the side and your feet hip distance apart. Inhaling, rising up, your arms stretching up into a mountain pose. Reaching for the sky, feeling the stretch from your navel all the way to the tip of your fingers. Exhale down into a forward fold, tucking your head in, hands at the side, stretching out the lower back and your hamstrings. Inhale and exhale, and as you inhale, rise up halfway, placing your hands on your shins, slight bend in the knee and push the shoulders away. This is a good stretch again for the back of the legs and the lower back. Inhale and exhale, coming back down. Inhale, take your right leg all the way back into a equestrian pose. Nice stretch of the inner thigh. Make sure your front leg is in a 90-degree angle. Don't have the knee over the foot or back. Make sure your back leg is nice and straight, hands are flat on the floor. As you inhale, rise your arms up for a twist, keeping your knee right next to your chest. Nice straight arms, pulling back the shoulder, opening the chest. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale, take your front leg back, roll your shoulders and engage your core. So no rolling your shoulders forward. I want you to push them away from your neck and lift your abs, tucking in your abs, nice straight legs, no dipping and no sticking your buttock up. So a nice straight back. You're going to bend your knees and then bending your elbows, keeping them very close to your torso, using your triceps here. You're taking your chin and your chest down to the floor, arching of the spine, pushing yourself up, lifting, rolling the shoulders back, opening your chest, keeping your elbows tucked in, but don't straighten your elbows. Keep your pelvis on the floor and open from the navel. Tuck your feet under. You can either come onto your knees or you can lift straight up into your downward dog. Placing your feet hip distance apart, looking towards you, tucking your head in, spread the fingers out so the palms of your hand are taking the weight. Roll your shoulders away from your neck. Nice straight back. Inhale and exhale. If some of you find it difficult to touch the floor with your heels, that's okay. And a slight bend in the knee will really help you straighten out your back. Press the heels down as far as you can, getting a good stretch in the back of your legs and hamstrings. Inhale and exhale. And then you're going to raise your leg up for one-legged downward dog, keeping that back nice and straight. Opening the hip, pressing the left leg down, feeling more of a stretch on the back of your legs. Bend the knee and then bring that leg all the way through to the front of the mat. Placing your back heel down off the floor and then lifting your body up, raising your arms above your head into warrior one. Sitting down so your front leg is in a 90-degree angle. Your knee is over the ankle and your back leg is nice and straight, pushing your shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, come down to the floor, turn your back foot round, bring it forward, and exhale down into your forward fold. And then inhale, rise your arms up into the sky, stretching up into your mountain, and exhale down to the side of your body. And you finished the first exercise, but then you have to do the other side. So then you would start again, do exactly the same, and you would do it on the other leg. Hi, so now we finished part 1. We're now going to do the next flow, part 2, where we're going to add on some poses just to make it a little bit harder, and you're going to hold the pose a little bit longer this time. Okay, so we're going to start at the top of our mat with our feet hip distance apart. Inhaling, rising our arms into our mountain, but this time we're going to extend this mountain. Lifting from the navel, stretching our arms right next to our head. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Get to the point where you feel you can't go further. Don't overextend, just go to where it feels comfortable for you, and then breathe for 2 breaths. And then on your exhale, you come all the way down into your forward fold, placing your hands on the floor, tucking your head all the way in. Inhale, rise up, placing your hands on your shins, pushing your shoulders away, slight bend in the knee, holding for 2 breaths. And then exhale down into your forward fold. Taking your right leg all the way back into a question pose. You're now going to lift your arms off the mat. Raise your arms above your head. Now you've got your front knee is in a 90-degree, your leg, is in a 90-degree angle. Your back leg is nice and straight with the heel off. Push your shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. You're going to hold this for 2 breaths. And then on an exhale, taking your right hand down, placing it on the floor and lifting up your left hand for a twist. Pulling back the shoulder, keeping the knee right next to your chest. Butt leg nice and straight. Holding for 2 breaths. And then on an exhale, you come all the way down to the floor, taking your front leg into a plank, roll the shoulders and engage the core. Come onto your tippy toes, nice straight legs, don't dip, and don't round your shoulders into your neck. Push them away. Then you're going to bend your elbows, half fold stick, coming halfway down. So option here is to put your knees on the floor or not. So it's up to you. And then you're going to lift your body up, roll your feet and open your chest into an up dog. So make sure your shoulder is over your wrist. I don't want any shoulders back. I want them to come forward, right under your wrists. Pull back your shoulders and look up, stretching your neck. Knees off the mat, but if you want your knees down, you can have them down. So inhale and exhale for 2 breaths, and then roll your feet, lifting up into your downward dog. Pressing your heels down, roll your shoulders back, tuck your head in, nice straight back, pushing the heels down as far as you can. Again, don't worry if your heels are up or your knees are slightly bent. I'd rather you have a nice straight back than bringing yourself forward and all your weight on your wrist. So make sure you haven't got a rounded back. Make sure it's nice and straight, tucking your head in. You're going to hold this for 2 breaths, and then you're going to lift up your right leg, nice and straight, pressing down on the left leg. Inhale and exhale for 2 breaths. Then you're going to open your hip. So it's a nice hip opener, bending your right knee, lifting up your hip as far as you can without raising your back, keeping your hands, your arms nice and straight. Pulling back, feeling that nice hip opener, holding for 2 breaths. And then on an inhale, bring that leg all the way through to the front of the mat, placing your back heel down, front leg in a 90-degree, and finishing off into your warrior 1, pushing your shoulders down. Inhale and exhale for 2 breaths. And then coming down to the floor, turning your back foot round, bring your back foot forward, exhale down into your forward fold. Inhale, rise up and lifting to open, to extend your mountain, and hold for 2 breaths. Exhale down your arms, bringing them back to your heart center. And then you do the other side, and then you finish. Hi, now we're going to do part 3. So the first one was a bit of a warm-up, fairly easy. The next one was just getting a little bit harder and opening more and holding a little bit longer. Now we're going to do it a little bit harder, add some different postures, and we're going to hold it for much longer. Okay, but that's an option for you. You don't have to. You can flow it through if you want, or you can hold it. So this is a little bit more about strength work as well as stretching. Okay, I'm going to start on a mat at the top. This time we're going to bring our feet and knees together. So when I say feet and knees together, they are together, not apart, they're together. And you're going to bend your knees as far as you can. So bending the knees, sticking your bum out a little bit, but keeping your chest as high as you can. And then inhaling, rising your arms up right beside your ears. So you're looking straight in front of you. And then I want you to roll the pelvis. So when I say this, I want you to engage your core. So you have to just roll it slightly to just pull up your pelvic floors and engage that core, so you're supporting your lower back. The arms stay up. We're going to hold this for 5 breaths. So you're going to hold this, inhale and exhale for 5. And you're going to breathe all the way through until you've hit your 5th breath. Then on an exhale, you're going to take your hands down to your heart center, sitting down a little bit more. So keeping the knees and feet together, looking down at the floor, we're going to twist. So you're going to turn around to the right first, placing your elbow on top of your knee and pushing your right hand down on your left, turning your head as though it's looking up to the ceiling. Be aware that your buttock doesn't go out to the side. Pull it in, so you're twisting and opening that chest, twisting your spine a little bit, your waistline, and you hold this for 5 breaths. On your 5th breath, exhale down into a forward fold, tucking your head in and holding this forward fold. If you want to make it slightly more deeper, take your hands behind your calves and tuck your head all the way in and hold for 5 counts. Inhale, rise up, placing your hands on your shins, half forward fold, push the shoulders away, slight bend in the knee, and then exhale all the way down. Taking your right leg all the way back into equestrian pose. You're now going to place your back knee on the floor, untuck your foot, and lift up to open your chest. Inhale and exhale, really pushing and opening your inner thigh, opening your upper part of your chest. Inhale and exhale. Bringing the hands all the way down, lifting up your back leg, taking your front leg back, rolling your shoulders, engage your core into your plank. So now we're going to do a side plank. You're going to turn over onto your right hand, placing either one foot in front of the other, one foot on the top, or you can even place one foot on the knee and then take your hand up. So whatever feels good for you, make sure you lift up your oblique, take your arms straight, and this is holding for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale, and on exhale, you come down into your plank. You roll your shoulders, engage your core, come on your tippy toes. You're going to hold this for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Holding for 5 breaths, and then when you come on an exhale, you bend your elbows halfway down. Holding halfway into your 8-4 stick, and you can count for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, you come up into your up dog, open your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades together, looking up to ceiling. You're going to hold this for 5 breaths. Now make sure the wrists are under the shoulders, like I said before. Squeeze your butt, open your chest and hold. Inhale and exhale. On an inhale, you're going to roll your feet, lift your butt up, press your heels down and go into your downward dog. Tucking your head in and breathing 5 breaths. Now at this point, if you feel you're tired and you want to take a rest, You can come down on your knees and come into a child pose. And if not, stay up into your downward dog, pressing down those heels, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Inhale and exhale. Without moving your feet, you're going to lift up your right leg, one-legged downward dog. You're going to bend the knee and open the hip without moving the back. Pull it as far back as you can and hold for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now you're going to bring that leg all the way through, placing it in front of you in a right angle position, back heel down, pointing the foot in. Make sure the heel is in line with the heel and lift up your arms into your warrior one. So bend the knee, nice stretch on the inner thigh here, working the quad. Push down your shoulders and look forward and hold for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale through your nose. And then we're going into warrior two. So taking your right hand in front, your left hand behind. Now watch you're not shrugging your shoulders. Push your shoulders away from your neck and keep that knee so it's directly over your ankle. Watch the knee doesn't cave in to the right as it sometimes does. Inhale. If you want to release this pose, you can straighten your front leg. Straighten your front leg. And then you can come back in. But if you want to work out and feel the burn, then you stay in this position. This is working out your shoulders, your legs, your inner thigh, your quads. Inhale and exhale. We're now going to reverse our warrior by inhaling, placing our hand behind our knee and lifting up our right hand. Now sometimes you lift your knee up at the front, make sure it's still bent, make sure you're still working that quad. Pull and open. If you want to take your hand off the back and place it on your front of your leg and pull and open the shoulder, you can do that. That's an option. Inhale and exhale, holding for 5 breaths. Then you're coming out of this position, coming back into your warrior two. You're going to place your elbow on top of your knee and lifting your left arm over your head to stretch the side of your obliques. Now you can stay here as an option, or if you wish to come all the way down to the floor, you can place your hand on the floor and pull and lift your chest to open the side of your obliques. Inhale and exhale. Taking that hand up for a side angle, still looking up. You can hold for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. And then as we finish off, come down to the floor, placing your hands on each side of your foot and stretching out into a pyramid pose. Inhale and exhale, feeling that nice stretch of the front of your leg, nice stretch of your hamstrings and calves, lower back, tucking the head down. Inhale and exhale, turning the back foot round after you've done your 5 breaths and bring it forward to the front of the mat. Exhaling down into your forward fold, holding that forward fold 5 breaths. You can take your hand behind, tucking your head in, or you can just leave them at the side, then bringing the feet and knees together. We're going to bend those knees and finish off where we started into our chair pose. And holding for 5 breaths. And when you finish, bringing your hands to your heart center and straightening your legs up. So there's many options to any of these poses. I didn't add a block because I know some of you at home might not have a block, but if you do have blocks and you want to use them, please use them. They will help. Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the workout.